Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to what promises to be one of the most intense and captivating matches in recent WWE history. SummerSlam is the stage, and tonight, the spotlight is firmly on two of the biggest names in professional wrestling, Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins. This isn't just a contest for the Universal Championship, it's a battle for legacy, power, and dominance. Roman Reigns, who has held the Universal Championship for over 2 years, stands as the undisputed leader of the bloodline. He has reigned supreme with his unwavering control over the WWE, aided by his family, Paul Heyman, the Usos, and Solo Sikoa. Together, they have solidified Roman's status as the Tribal Chief, a title that carries not just championships, but the weight of his entire Samoan lineage. Roman's character has been transformed into an unrelenting force of nature, bending everyone around him to his will. His command over WWE is undisputed, and for those who dare challenge him, there are often consequences. But tonight, standing across the ring from him, is someone who isn't afraid of Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins. Known as the Visionary, the Architect, and a former WWE champion, Seth has been on a mission to prove that no one, not even Roman, is invincible. While Roman has commanded the spotlight for years, Seth Rollins has consistently reinvented himself, evolving from a face of the Shield to a revolutionary figure in WWE, taking on challengers from every angle, and making his presence known. Seth has made it clear time and again, he doesn't care about Roman's family, his power, or the bloodline. All he cares about is proving that he is the one who can take down the Tribal Chief and make WWE his playground once again. The tension between these two men has been building for months. Seth has taunted Roman at every turn, calling out his reign as a dictatorship, and questioning the legitimacy of his title. And with the bloodline surrounding Roman, Seth has made it clear that he won't be intimidated by the sheer numbers. He's been planning for this moment for years, and now, SummerSlam is his battleground. The match stipulation is bloodline rules, which means there are no disqualifications, no countouts, and no boundaries. This adds another layer of intrigue, as both competitors will use every weapon, every trick, and every ounce of their athleticism to walk out victorious. No longer will Roman's family be able to intervene unchecked, but can Seth overcome the juggernaut that Roman has become? The air is thick with anticipation as the fans in the arena are on edge. Everyone knows what's at stake, and tonight, the future of WWE could change forever. This isn't just about titles, it's about who holds the power, who is the true face of WWE, and who will rise from the ashes of a legendary rivalry. To truly understand the significance of this match, we need to take a deeper look at the backstory of these two icons, Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins. Their rivalry, while heated in recent months, has roots that go all the way back to 2012, when the three men Roman, Seth, and Dean Ambrose formed the Shield. The Shield wasn't just another faction, it was a revolution. They came in like a storm, creating havoc and leaving destruction in their wake. Their mission was simple, they fought for justice, often attacking top WWE stars and making their mark as the most dominant faction in WWE. For years, the Shield ruled the ring, proving that their bond was unbreakable. But there was always a tension underneath the surface, one that eventually led to Seth Rollins making a shocking decision that would alter the course of history. In 2014, Seth Rollins betrayed Roman Reigns and Dean Ambrose, aligning himself with the Authority. This was a move that shocked the world, as Seth's betrayal led to the disbandment of the Shield. Seth's decision to turn on his brothers turned him into one of the most hated men in WWE. Roman, in particular, was left heartbroken, as the betrayal came from someone he considered a brother. But for Roman, this betrayal set him on a path to greatness. He would go on to become the powerhouse of WWE, winning titles, accolades, and cementing his place as the top superstar. Seth, on the other hand, took his betrayal to a different level, aligning with the Authority and becoming WWE champion. Despite the hatred he faced from the fans, Seth thrived in his role as the corporate champion, even though it made him more enemies than allies. As Roman rose to prominence, Seth would go on to face various adversaries, but their paths rarely crossed. However, in recent years, as Roman's reign as Universal Champion grew stronger, there was always the lingering thought, when would Seth Rollins come back for the man who betrayed their bond? Roman's dominance began to shift the landscape of WWE. He was no longer the same man who had been part of the Shield. Roman was a new version of himself, the Tribal Chief. Under the management of Paul Heyman, Roman became an unstoppable force, winning the Universal Championship and then taking complete control of the WWE landscape. With the support of the Usos, Solo Sikoa, and Paul Heyman, Roman's reign became a dictatorship, a reign founded on power, intimidation, and respect. For Seth, however, that power was unacceptable. Seth Rollins, always rebellious, had no intention of letting Roman continue his reign unchallenged. As the visionary, Seth declared war on Roman and the bloodline, stating that it was time to change the course of WWE history. This wasn't just a rivalry about championships, it was about personal pride, the need for respect, and the desire to be seen as the true leader in WWE. Every week, Seth provoked Roman, taunting him with accusations of being a fake champion and a coward who needed his family to protect him. The rivalry intensified, with both men taking personal shots at each other. Seth attacked Roman's legitimacy as champion, while Roman questioned Seth's ability to break free from the shadow of the Shield. With each passing week, the intensity grew. Seth knew that in order to dethrone Roman, he had to not just defeat him in the ring, but also break the psychological hold Roman had over the WWE Universe. And that's when the Bloodline Rules match was announced, with no disqualifications and the potential for chaos at every turn. Roman Reigns' success isn't just due to his own skill in the ring, it's also due to the sheer strength and loyalty of the Bloodline. Roman's family, particularly the Usos and Solo Sikoa, has been instrumental in maintaining his dominance over WWE. But as we've seen in recent months, cracks are beginning to appear within the Bloodline. Jimmy and Jey Uso's relationship with Roman has been strained, with the brothers questioning their role in the Bloodline and whether Roman's leadership is truly in their best interests. Seth Rollins has been quick to exploit this tension. He's taunted Roman, suggesting that the cracks in the Bloodline might be his key to victory. Can Seth use the dysfunction within the Bloodline to his advantage? Or will Roman's control over his family be the ultimate factor in this match? The history of Roman's relationships with his family is as complicated as his rivalry with Seth, and tonight, we could see the first cracks in the empire that Roman has built. Throughout the build-up to SummerSlam, Seth has made it clear that he is not afraid of Roman's family. He's taken on multiple members of the Bloodline, including Solo Sikoa, and even went toe-to-toe with Roman at various points. Seth has learned that to defeat Roman, he must outsmart him and disrupt the foundation that Roman's power is built upon, the Bloodline itself. Roman, on the other hand, has worked tirelessly to keep his family loyal and united. He has manipulated, controlled, and demanded respect from everyone in the Bloodline. However, the Usos have been at odds with Roman, and Solo Sikoa's loyalty has been tested. This dynamic creates uncertainty. What happens if Roman's own family turns on him tonight? The moment we've all been waiting for is finally here. The lights are dimmed, the atmosphere is electric, and the crowd is on their feet. The SummerSlam stage is set, and in the center of the ring stand two of WWE's biggest superstars, Roman Reigns, the reigning Universal Champion, and Seth Rollins, the challenger who is determined to dethrone the Tribal Chief. The bell rings, and the tension between these two rivals is undeniable. Roman, as usual, takes his time, surveying the scene. He's cocky, confident, but Seth is ready. He's not intimidated by Roman's imposing presence. Seth charges in first, throwing a series of fast, hard punches. Roman responds with his own force, backing Seth into the corner. A massive shoulder block from Roman sends Seth crashing to the mat, showing the power disparity early on. Seth rolls to the outside to recover, but Roman follows him like a predator stalking its prey. Roman grabs a steel chair from under the ring, no disqualifications in this match, and swings it viciously. Seth, quick on his feet, ducks just in time, and Roman crashes the chair into the steel post instead. Seth takes advantage, delivering a spinning kick to Roman's midsection, sending him stumbling back. Now, Seth is on the attack. He's got that unpredictable energy, bouncing off the ropes and launching himself with a springboard knee right to Roman's face. The momentum shifts in Seth's favor, and the crowd is fired up. Seth is delivering a flurry of strikes, targeting Roman's legs to try and neutralize the power game. He hits Roman with a series of hard kicks, each one seeming to weaken the Tribal Chief, but Roman still manages to power through it all. Seth isn't backing down, but Roman is a different animal. Roman hoists Seth up, looking for a Samoan drop, but Seth wriggles out and lands on his feet behind Roman. He kicks him in the back of the knee, bringing Roman to the ground. Seth, sensing the opportunity, climbs to the top turnbuckle. He's looking for the frog splash. He jumps, but Roman moves just in time, and Seth crashes into the mat. Roman seizes the moment, lifting Seth up for a thunderous suplex. The fight spills to the outside again, and Roman pulls out a table from under the ring. He's looking to end this in a big way. He sets it up in the corner, positioning it in a way that's going to cause serious damage. But Seth isn't done yet. He tries to counter with a low dropkick to Roman's knee, but Roman grabs him mid-air and powerbombs Seth straight through the table. The crowd erupts, as Roman's strength and resilience are on full display. Just when it looks like Roman has the upper hand, Seth pulls out one last trick from his sleeve. He rolls out of the ring and comes back with a kendo stick. He whips Roman across the back with it, and the sound echoes through the arena. Seth is relentless, hitting Roman again and again with the kendo stick, forcing him to retreat. This is Seth's chance. He knows he can't just match Roman's power, he has to outsmart him. Seth, now on the offensive, climbs the ropes once again, looking to hit his trademark curb stomp from the top. He leaps off the ropes, but Roman catches him. Roman counters the curb stomp with a devastating spear in mid-air. The impact shakes the ring, and both men are down. The referee starts the count, but Roman is the first to rise. He signals for the end. Just as it looks like Roman is about to finish Seth off with another spear, the lights suddenly dim. The crowd goes wild, wondering what's happening. The camera zooms in on the ramp, and there he is, Sami Zayn. Sami, who has had his own issues with the bloodline, comes down to the ring with a look of determination on his face. But wait, there's more. Out of nowhere, Jey and Jimmy USO storm down the ramp. The Usos, who have been at odds with Roman, are back, and they're ready to get involved. Sami Zayn enters the ring, and it's clear he's not there to help Seth. He blasts Seth with a low blow from behind, causing Seth to drop to his knees. The crowd is in shock. What is Sami doing? Just when Seth thought he had Roman right where he wanted him, Sami Zayn, a member of the bloodline, betrays him. The Usos enter the ring, and now it's a full-scale attack. Jimmy and Jey USO lay out Seth with super kicks, their feet connecting to Seth's jaw with brutal force. Roman Reigns, watching the chaos unfold, smirks as he watches his family take control. The Usos drag Seth up and hold him in position while Roman stands in the center of the ring, ready to finish this once and for all. Roman gestures to Sami Zayn, and Sami obliges by grabbing a steel chair, handing it to Roman. With one swift motion, Roman cracks the chair across Seth's back, adding insult to injury. Roman motions to the referee. This match is over. Roman, with the help of Sami Zayn and the Usos, has decimated Seth Rollins. The referee hesitates for a moment but ultimately calls for the bell. Winner, Roman Reigns. The crowd is in absolute shock. Roman Reigns has successfully retained his Universal Championship, but the manner in which he did it has everyone talking. Sami Zayn, who had been on the outs with the bloodline for months, has now seemingly rejoined the faction. This adds another layer of intrigue to the story. The relationship between Roman and Sami has always been complicated, but tonight, Sami made it clear that he is now fully aligned with Roman and the bloodline once again. As for the Usos, Jimmy and Jey USO's involvement is a game changer. For months, we've seen the cracks in the bloodline, with the Usos' loyalty being questioned. But tonight, they fully committed to Roman's cause, laying waste to Seth Rollins and ensuring their family's reign would continue unchallenged. Roman's hold on the bloodline is stronger than ever. The real question now is, what's next for Seth Rollins? He came so close to ending Roman's reign, but it was the interference from Sami Zayn and the Usos that sealed his fate. Seth fought with everything he had, but at the end of the day, Roman's family was too much for him to overcome. Roman stands tall, but there is a sense of unfinished business in the air. Seth may have been defeated tonight, but we can be sure that this rivalry is far from over. Roman Reigns stands at the top of the mountain once again, the undisputed Universal Champion. But with the addition of Sami Zayn into the bloodline and the complete support of the Usos, one has to wonder how long Roman can maintain control over the WWE. Seth Rollins may have been beaten tonight, but in WWE, the landscape can change in an instant. And tonight, Roman Reigns remains the tribal chief, but with a target firmly on his back. The crowd is in absolute shock. Roman Reigns has successfully retained his Universal Championship, but the manner in which he did it has everyone talking. Sami Zayn, who had been on the outs with the bloodline for months, has now seemingly rejoined the faction. This adds another layer of intrigue to the story. The relationship between Roman and Sami has always been complicated, but tonight, Sami made it clear that he is now fully aligned with Roman and the bloodline once again. As for the Usos, Jimmy and Jey Uso's involvement is a game changer. For months, we've seen the cracks in the bloodline, with the Usos' loyalty being questioned. But tonight, they fully committed to Roman's cause, laying waste to Seth Rollins and ensuring their family's reign would continue unchallenged. Roman's hold on the bloodline is stronger than ever. The real question now is, what's next for Seth Rollins? He came so close to ending Roman's reign, but it was the interference from Sami Zayn and the Usos that sealed his fate. Seth fought with everything he had, but at the end of the day, Roman's family was too much for him to overcome. Roman stands tall, but there is a sense of unfinished business in the air. Seth may have been defeated tonight, but we can be sure that this rivalry is far from over. Roman Reigns stands at the top of the mountain once again, the undisputed Universal Champion. But with the addition of Sami Zayn into the bloodline and the complete support of the Usos, one has to wonder how long Roman can maintain control over the WWE. Seth Rollins may have been beaten tonight, but in WWE, the landscape can change in an instant. And tonight, Roman Reigns remains the tribal chief, but with a target firmly on his back.
Now let's get a look at some of the high points of that one. Here's your winner, and the new tribal chief, the team of Roman Reigns, Sami Zayn, and Jey Uso. Roman Reigns standing tall in victory here tonight. You may not like the rules or lack thereof, but you have to acknowledge that these superstars battled to the very end.